Hello. I feel like I haven't talked to you guys in a while. I don't know why I feel like that, but I do. It is Tip Thursday. We are going to talk about the true meaning of sponsoring today. Oh, wait a second. So I'm not talking to myself, and we will get started. Like I need to clean and organize. I've been saying I was going to do it, and I've been putting it off. But I'm going to do it tomorrow. Gonna do it. All right, well, my name is Anya Faust, and I am the star director for the Wildflower Warrior team. And we are going to get started. We're just going to jump right in. So, the true meaning of sponsoring. This is my lip gloss. This is imperative. It's something that you need to take seriously. When you are a sponsor, there are certain things that we need to make sure that we are doing for our teammates, for our own businesses, right? But most importantly, we need to make sure that we are showing up, and that there has to be a set of expectations that you need to know going into being a sponsor, right? Like you need to know these expectations here and now, okay? So I looked up like the definition of sponsoring, and I'm not about it. I'm gonna be honest. So the definition of sponsoring, one, it's a verb. A verb, I tell my kids, I'm a homeschool mom, is an action word, okay? So that means it's something you're doing. You're not just, like it's an active word, okay? It's not, oh, someone joined my team. No, there's things we have to put into practice to get to the true meaning, okay? So the definition online is providing funds for. So I was thinking, okay, obviously we're not providing funds for them, but those people we sponsor, but we are providing for them. And if you're not providing for your teamies, there's a problem. You've got to be providing for them, okay? The Latin, I'm not going to say this correctly, so if you are a Latin buff, my Latin skills are lacking. My kids correct my Latin all the time. But it's spondere, something like that, okay? But what it means is it comes from the base word, that base Latin word. It means a promise. You are becoming a security for that person. That is the base root word of sponsoring. That's heavy, right? Like that's like, whoa, providing security for them? That's big. That's not something you take lightly. So when we're sponsoring people, we're not taking it lightly. We're not just saying, oh, you joined my team. Good luck. Go figure it out. No, that's not what you're doing at all. You are literally there to help them and guide them. Think about the best coach that you have ever had if you played sports. The best coach. If you didn't play sports, maybe you did music, your best teacher. Think about your best teacher that you had. What are the qualities that those people had that made them the best in your eyes? Because that is how you should be operating with your teamies. Were they there for you? Did they encourage you? Did they show you the ropes? Right? They gave you all the tools to do what was necessary to become successful in whatever area that was, right? But they didn't do it for you because they can't. They can't put the work in for you. So that's the thing. When you're sponsoring, you need to be able to give people all the tools that they need without hand-holding, okay? We're not creating leeches. We are creating leaders. That should be your ultimate goal and your vision. You're not literally, because people they will ask you 1,000,001 questions, and that's perfectly fine. When they're brand new, ask me all the questions. I will help you with whatever I can. But when you're not so new and you ask me questions and I know that you could go find it, 100% transparent, I see your message, but it's going to sit there for a minute. It's going to sit there. And then later, when I go back to respond to you, most of the time, you've already found it on your own, because you're a leader, that's what you do, right? Or I say, hey, you know what? I'm really not sure, but maybe if you looked in this part of your workstation, maybe if you searched here or used this word, maybe it would find it for you. Why? Because I'm training you up to look for yourself. I'm training you up to be responsible, be a business owner, an independent one, and do the work yourself, okay? Not leeches, because then you are drained as someone who is sponsored. You are drained, and you cannot be drained because then you cannot run your own business, and your business comes first, okay? So think about your coach, your teacher, okay? What do coaches do? What do teachers do? They teach, they train, right? Coaches will look at you. They will analyze your performance. right? They're instructing you. They're helping you gain certain skill sets to be successful in that area. But they're not out there on the field throwing the ball for you. They're not kicking the ball for you, right? That's not what they are doing. But they're giving you the necessary tools to show you that you are good at something, to encourage you, to push you harder than you've ever been pushed before, right? To help train you up. Because a coach and a teacher, even your leader on this team, sees potential in you. They see potential in you and they know that you can do big things. You may not always see it and you may not always believe it, but they do. And they know that. So they are going to give you challenges. Why? Because it grows your mindset. It grows you as a person. It grows your business. It grows all the things. And when you get that one thing, you're like, man, I did it. Now I can do something harder. And it literally just keeps building and building and building until you're this rock star. But when you refuse to do it, there's nothing your coach, your teacher, your leader can do for you. There's nothing they can do. They can only give you the necessary tools, okay? So, you're thinking about that because you're doing the work as the sponsee, right? Sponsee. But when we're sponsoring and we have people underneath us, we need to know the coach doesn't just walk away when they're tired. They don't just walk away. They don't just stop. They don't not show up, right? If a coach is sitting there, they're going to do the back work too. I know, so you play basketball. This person needs better free throws. So what is the coach going to do? They're going to go research, right, how to help train their person up to be better at free throws. And then they're going to give them the challenges and the tasks and the work to do those things. That is what you're doing when you're sponsoring. You're looking and you're seeing people, what they're really, really good at. Okay, I know this person is really good at PRV. They've got that down. But their coaching their teamies sucks. Let's work on them coaching their teamies. Because you want to help build them to a all-around, right, a well-rounded person or business owner, not just strengthen one area. Why? Because we have the 3 legs of success, right? If you're missing a leg on a 3-legged stool, it's going to fall over. We don't want that. That's not what we're doing, okay? So you need to be the sponsor that you want to have. You didn't have a great sponsor, or you're like, man, my sponsor really sucks. Honestly, if that's how you feel, then you need to take that and you need to say, but what would I want in a sponsor? Okay? Because we have people on this team, right, above us who, hey, Nikki, who didn't have sponsors that were there for them or helpful. Whitney didn't have a sponsor that was like really there helping her and training her. Neither did Chloe. And look at them. They're amazing, right? Because they put in the work. So they literally said, okay, I didn't have this, but this is a type of sponsor I want to be. And they became that sponsor for their people. So you need to be thinking of that. Be the sponsor that you want to have, okay? You are there to encourage. You're there to push. You are there to guide and see their potential. This is not to scare you, but once you open that door to sponsoring someone, you don't get to just peace out. You can't just not show up. Like, that's not how that works. Once you open that door, it would be, well, you can close it if you really want to, but I'm going to tell you what. If you're a leader on my team, I'm not playing that game. Like, you open the door. Once you open that door, it's open. It's like, you don't get to just say, okay, I'm good. Good luck, guys. No, that is not how that works. You are sponsoring and loving on your people hard. That's not to scare you, but that's to show you that you literally need to take it seriously. What I said, the Latin root word of sponsor, right, means to promise and becoming a security for a person. That's not, okay, I don't feel like doing this today. I'm going to walk away. That is not what that is. That's not what that is. If you're becoming the security for somebody, like, you're there for them. You're there for them when they need you within parameters. As a leader, if you have a team, you need to have business hours and you need to stick to them. Period. Your mental health matters, okay? Because, like, it gets to be a lot sometimes. It's not easy. It's not, but it's so important and it's vital to your business to sponsor, okay? You need to be checking in with your teamies. Check in with them about their life, about their business. We have lives outside of Scentsy, and that's perfectly okay, totally understandable. But we still need to be checking in with our teenies, okay? So for me, I have been trying to pick 5 a week. 5 people a week on the team, just to message, check in, how's it going, all right? our team is growing, growing, growing. There's no way I can check in with everybody every single day or every single week. Like, it's just not gonna happen. But I can do 5 to reach out and let people know, like, I see you. I'm here for you if you need me. Where do you want to get to in your business, okay? But remember also, as you sponsor people, you are not going to internalize. I keep saying this. You're not going to internalize when they don't want to do the work. That's not on you, that's on them. But it is your job to give them the tools and to encourage and train them up, okay? Also, you want to show them, right, their potential and the potential of this business, okay? You need to show your teamies the potential of this business, because if they come in here and they think like big things aren't possible, that's not okay, because they are possible. And that's one thing I've tried to harp on since the beginning. Like, you need to know that big things are possible, because I just personally, I didn't know. It wasn't that I wasn't told, I wasn't listening. I didn't know. But now I do. And now I need everybody to see that so that they can keep working towards the goal and use that as fuel for them, okay? Also, you need to remember that it's not about you. Your sponsoring is not about you. Life is hard. Things happen. Life, it comes up, right? Like, I mean, things happen. But we do not get to sit here and say, well, it's just such a tough week, so I'm not going to show up at all. It takes, maybe 5 minutes to come to your director's page, whoever your director is, go to their page and start scrolling, right? Scroll and say, okay, let me scroll and comment on a few things. You can show up. You can show up. All right? Because guess what? Your team is going to do what you do. If you're not showing up, if you're not encouraging people, if you're not shouting them out, if you're not saying, hey, welcome, like that, your team's going to do the same thing. They do what their leaders do. So if you're going to be a sponsor, you need to be aware that I'm not saying you have to be like on all the time, but it literally takes 5 minutes to scroll through and comment on a few things and then be done. Like, it's not hard. It's not hard at all. All right. You don't get to disappear. And if you're really having a hard time, then you need to remember, go look at other leaders. That was what our team meeting was about the other day, was going and finding people that you really love in this business. You love to hear from, you love to see what they're doing. Use it as motivation. When you're having a hard time, everybody has a hard time. That's okay. But see what they're doing and be like, you know what? I'm going to keep going because I know what my goals are, because they're written down in front of you where you can see them every day. Right? Yes, that's the thing, okay? So that's what you want to do too. You want to take those people, let them motivate you, let them fill you up, fill yourself up, listen to a podcast, okay? Listen to some, I do it the other day, I listened to some worship music. I was like, you know what? I told my husband, look, I gotta go. I'm struggling. I need to go get a Starbucks, and I need to go ahead and I need to go listen to some worship music and fill myself up, because I have a business to run. I have a team to pour into, and I am no good to anybody if I'm just sitting here in a dark, negative space. You have to be able to pull yourself out of the darkness. Like, you can't sit there for forever. You just can't, all right? But the thing is when you're sponsoring, it is so important that you are still showing up, messaging your teamies, getting to know them, talking to them, helping them with their business or their struggles where they want to be. Okay, that's literally your job, is to motivate them and encourage them to an extent, okay? And teach them so that they can get to where they want to be. I know I probably text Whitney all the time and I'm like, listen, you know, I thought I was really doing good. I got this new customer and I was like, yes, I'm gonna ask her to do a party. It's gonna be great. And she slammed the door in my face pretty much. And I'm like, crap, right? So what do? I'm like, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna go complain up to my sponsor, not directly to someone else. And I'm like, dang, man, like that blows. And she's like, you know what, it does, but you just keep going and it's gonna be okay. You just keep going. And today I had a different customer say, you know, I only bought one thing from you, but I wanna stop by and smell some scents. Yes, girl, I'm working on local customers. Come on. But like, I needed to hear that from Whitney. Just keep going. Sometimes you need to hear that. Sometimes your people need to hear that. Just keep going. And that's okay. So you can do that for them. But you don't get to just sit here and be like, good luck with your business. Have a great day. I'll see you next year. No. If they're brand new, you probably will be talking to them every single day. If they're not new, you'll probably be talking to them at least once a week. Right? If you know that they want certain things out of this business and they are hitting the goals and the challenges that you've been giving them, you're going to be talking to them. Okay? Your job is to coach them up, train them, help them where they are weak to get to where they want to be in this business. All right? True meaning of sponsoring. It is huge. It is huge. Okay? So just remember, you are instructing, you are analyzing their skills and their weaknesses, and you are helping them so they can perform at the best level of them that's a benefit to them. Okay? But sponsoring is not just leaving them out to dry and saying good luck. And if that happened to you, I'm really, really sorry. That's not okay. And you need to feel free to reach out. Killing me, lol. Killing me. But reach out to your upline, and if it's them that wasn't so great to you, reach above. Like, because you should be trained up and you should be coached if you really want it. If you don't really want it, then I mean this in the nicest way, please don't waste people's time. But if you do really want it and you want big things, then yes, you need to be reaching out and figuring out a way to get coached and trained at the best ability for you and for your business and for your teamies too that you are sponsoring. So, true meaning of sponsoring, it is extremely important, and it's just something that should be, I almost said a heavy burden, but it's not a burden. It's wonderful and it's amazing and it's so cool to see people's light bulbs go off, and it's exciting and it's fun and it's just a blessing all around. But it is a heavy, serious thing that should be taken serious. It should not be taken lightly. When you are sponsoring, it should not be taken lightly. You need to realize that you are being watched. You are a leader now, and you need to do things differently than you've been doing. It's time to take your Scentsy business to the next level. That's what happens when you sponsor. It's not just, I don't feel like doing work this week, I've got to go. No, you don't get to do that with a 9-to-5. Why would you do it with your Scentsy business? That doesn't make any sense. If you have a team, people are watching you. They need you, they love you, and also you should be treating them right because they help fuel your check if you're getting paid a title, because you're teaching them and leading them up, okay? You should never, ever, this is my final thing, never, ever, ever try to hold somebody else's potential back because you're uncomfortable with them succeeding. That is the last, real big sponsoring tip you need to know. You don't have that right. Don't limit someone's potential because you're scared of them succeeding or being better than you or moving on higher than you. No, you sponsored them. Take it seriously and treat them right. End of story. Okay. So that is what the true meaning of sponsoring is. So I hope this helps you. I hope it helps you to see what a big, cool job sponsoring is, because it's a lot, but it's a huge blessing. It's amazing. There is no amount of money that can compare to watching the light bulb go off in someone else's head and seeing them succeed and seeing them be like, dude, I can do hard things and I want more. There's nothing compares to that feeling in the entire world. It is amazing, but you need to take it seriously when you are pouring into people. Don't just open that door and then not do your job, basically. Yes, Nikki, I will put this on YouTube. I will do that in just a minute after I call my husband back because I just hung up on him. Anyways, I hope you guys have a great, great week. Keep working hard this month. You're doing awesome. I'm so proud of so many of you who have just stepped up out of nowhere, and it's been amazing and really cool to watch. Again, another blessing. But I hope y'all have a great day, and I will talk to y'all later. Bye, guys.